Tonight, we show you how the International Cultural Service Program celebrates students and their cultures from around the world.
Then, what does it mean to be a good dad? Dr. Brad Harrington led a discussion today in the MU about what that question means to him.
And finally, Thanksgiving is just around the corner. How do you celebrate this day filled with food, football, and family? We will have all that and more for you on tonight's edition of the Beaver News.
Good evening and welcome to your Thursday night edition of the Beaver News. I'm Nathan Hellman.
And I'm Mowry. We're glad you could join us this evening. The International Cultural Service Program began at OSU in 1983, and it has attracted many outstanding students from countries around the globe. Tuesday night, they held a celebration of culture here on campus, and Beaver News reporter Alex Buck joined in the festivities to see what ICSP is all about.
Here in the MU lobby, we are given a presentation from the International Cultural Service Program, where students in campus come to learn from the presentation to show what the International Cultural Service Program has done for their students.
This celebration is a wonderful opportunity for the ICSP to share some of its rich history in advancing internationalization of the campus community and cultural enrichment for the citizens of Oregon.
After the presentation, Dawn Moyer gives us her experience at ICSP and her insight into the event.
So the ICSP program, I worked with it for 7.5 years with about 125 students, and it was a really remarkable, fantastic opportunity to get to know people and cultures from around the world, places I didn't know much about before I got to know the students. And I was able to also work to put those students in touch with community groups and organizations in our community that could benefit from learning about another culture or another language, another religion, another way of life.
The students from the program also share that experience that they had with the event.
And for me, it gives me, it helps me stay in touch with my culture, and it also gives me an insight of what the American culture is, and it's just so much fun and it's great. So
for me, a very nice experience to be able to be heard, not just myself but about my culture and what my origins are, and there exists a nation or a piece of land where people think differently, and to be able to present that to the mass crowd is just absolutely brilliant for me.
It is wonderful to hear the amount of progress that the program has done, not just for the students that were supported by the program, but to help us gain insight into the culture from international students. This is Alexander Buck for the Beaver News.
Tonight, one company is looking to light up dance floors across the nation. The Utah Ballroom Dance Company recently worked with a group of 3 OSU students to aid in building a prototype for a new light-up dance suit. The product, named Electric Feel, will be taken with the company when they tour the country in hopes of gaining popularity. The company worked with 3 OSU students in a collaboratory, a program in the School of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences that was funded by a $75,000 gift. One of the collaboratory students, Tuan Trung, explained, "This company is an example of what students can accomplish when we work together for a common goal. If we are successful, we hope to see more student Kickstarter projects from Oregon State."
Which side of the tracks are you on regarding proposals to establish a high-speed rail system in Oregon? This afternoon, members of OSU's Staff and Faculty Club Triad met in the MU to discuss what such a system might look like if put into place. The discussion was led by County Commissioner Linda Modrell, who first explained how the project might be undertaken and then took questions from the audience. One audience member raised specific concerns over subsidies.
There is a subsidy, and you have to just recognize that. It's a great way to go.
Commissioner Modrell referenced some of the benefits associated with high-speed rail systems, such as quicker transportation times and lower out-of-pocket costs for consumers.
With Week 7 almost complete, some students may be feeling the pressures of upcoming exams and papers, coupled with lack of sleep and illnesses, and they are not alone. In a recent nationwide study of college students, more than 44% of students reported feeling hopeless within the last year. 85% reported feeling overwhelmed. Colleges and universities around the country are looking to expand their healthcare program options, with OSU being one of them. The Student Health Services Center on campus provides a list of services, including acupuncture, alcohol and substance prevention, X-ray and health care promotion programs, and wellness and stress prevention programs. The Student Health Services Center is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and provides services to both staff and students.
Just what does it mean to be a good dad? Today in the MU, Dr. Brad Harrington led a discussion about exactly that. Harrington is the Executive Director of the Boston College Center for Work and Family, a university-based research institute that focuses on helping men better manage the conflicting demands of work and family. This afternoon's discussion began with an OSU-catered lunch, after which Dr. Harrington spoke about the changing role of modern fathers. His research suggests that the role of the father in the American family has changed, such that their financial contributions are now considered equally as important as those in terms of affection and time.
And when you look at the Fortune 1000, the 1,000 largest business concerns in the U.S., 96% of those are headed up by men, okay, 4% by women. But the irony is, in spite of that, men have been really, really absent from the work-family conversation and the work-life conversation.
Dr. Harrington spoke to a near full house this afternoon and appeared again this evening at the LaSalle Stewart Center.
Many students at OSU may not know that Corvallis is home to its own nuclear power plant. 1/3 the size of a normal plant, the Corvallis prototype, funded by NuScale Energy, is the smallest and only model on the West Coast. Currently, future testing is under debate as it is now competing with several other companies for government funding. The plant started running in 2003 using technology that was formed right here at OSU. In order to continue funding, company officials will submit an application in about 2 years. Oregon Governor John Kitzhaber issued a statement calling NuScale a homegrown, carbon-free technology that can create jobs, showing how Oregon-based ingenuity is once again at the forefront of energy innovation.
All the world's a stage, wrote William Shakespeare. Tonight, that saying will come true for the OSU Theater as it prepares to open its production of After the Fall. Written by American playwright Arthur Miller, After the Fall is a dramatic piece wherein the main character reflects on his life's direction and past loves, one of whom was allegedly based on Miller's former wife, Marilyn Monroe. After the Fall opens this evening on the Withacombe Hall main stage. Tickets can be purchased by phone, online, or in person at the OSU Theater box office. Well, our Thursday night segment wouldn't be complete without questions in the quad. Beaver News reporter Terrence Brosh went to the quad today to talk with students about their Thanksgiving plans.
Thanksgiving means to me just getting together with your family and giving thanks, just like loving each other and being there for everybody, and I don't know, feeling good. We don't do anything too crazy. We watch a lot of football, and sometimes we try and see who can eat the most deviled eggs, but that's about it.
I think it's a great time to be thankful for what you have. That's why I like to surround myself with the people I love, and just we're all thankful for each other, basically. I'm looking forward to going home, yeah.
A lot of the time we go camping for a night, like that weekend. We'll just go camp somewhere and bring our turkey leftovers.
I'm all about the pre and post weigh-in, before dinner, after dinner, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. So, but it's probably at the top of the list for sure.
We usually have a late dinner, so we usually go downtown, and there's an organization there that hands out food to people living on the streets. So we usually do that first, and then come home and have our own dinner.
I think Thanksgiving means like all your family getting together and sitting around and laughing and eating and telling stories and reminiscing, I guess.
I don't know about anybody else's family, but we eat Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner very early, like at 2 o'clock, or something. I don't know if anybody else does that, but it seems way too early for dinner.
I mean, we eat a lot of pumpkin pie, but our cats join us at the table too, so I think that's kind of weird.
Emily, what are your Thanksgiving plans?
Well, it's going to be really low-key. I'm just going to be having dinner in my apartment with some of my closest friends who aren't going home. What about yourself?
I'm going to spend the day with family, and it'll probably just be turkey and pie and maybe a couple of naps.
Ooh, turkey naps. I love those.